What's going on? I need a haircut. I'm gonna let everyone come on in. I like coming on early, usually because I'm ready within like seconds to go live. Let me completely close my blinds so that you can see me. Can leave that down there. Today I'm going to be incorporating tomorrow's live topic um, because I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. So yeah, so I'm gonna do a bronzy look and a smoky eye today, and I'm gonna have fun while doing it. Um, I already have moisturizer on my face, so I'm just gonna spray a little like a like just like a misty spray, because I kind of feel a little dry. I haven't been drinking water. I haven't been drinking water the past couple days, and I got myself some beer yesterday, so I drank that instead, and then I'm kind of parched today. Like I'm dehydrated. I'm like, oh man, no hangover or anything. It's just like I can tell I'm dehydrated. So I'm like, really bad investment right now. Yeah. So I did a little Tatcha Dewy Mist spray. I may need more because I feel like that spray doesn't really do much. I'll just call it like it is. On my face, I don't really feel like this does anything. But hey, it smells good. Okay, so got some of this spray on. I really hope that everyone is doing well. I know it's crazy out there. Let's just try to carry on this day and try to have some fun today. So, when is it 11 o'clock so I can get started? Skip this ad, please. It's 11 o'clock. Okay, great. To do a smoky eye, I mean, to do a bronzy look, you're gonna need to darken up your foundation a little bit, because when you use a lot of bronzer on your skin tone, like if you're trying to make yourself look darker, it doesn't exactly work when you have a light foundation on and you're trying to like pack on the bronzer, because it's going to look very patchy when you're all completely done. You end up needing to darken up everything in order for it all to look very seamless and really, really pretty. So I'm going to show you guys right now. I'm going to be using a foundation that is darker. So if you happen to have a darker foundation, that's great. If you don't, then I suggest mixing your bronzer in with your foundation so that everything becomes a little bit deeper. So this is normally my shade, but I'm going to go a step deeper for this look. And I'm going to use a wet beauty blender because that is how you use them. And I'm going to just grab and pour some into a palette and then apply. Now, don't worry about your foundation looking too dark. When you use concealers to brighten up your face, that's how it lifts again. It just, the look is a little bit more cohesive and pretty when you start off with just like one shade darker. Just one. You don't have to go in intense. And yes, it's okay to use a darker foundation on yourself. You know, don't let anybody come for you, whatever. You're not trying to do nothing. It's just looking bronze. So this shade right here, you can hardly tell. Like I said, it's just like one shade deeper than what you would normally put on. You know, you're not trying to make yourself look super, super dark. But when you go to add in all of this bronzing action that you're going to do today, it'll be so much easier and it'll look a lot nicer on bronzy skin. Because if you're going out in the sun, you're going to tan anyway. So that's what you're trying to look. Tan. There you go. I often like to make myself look darker in general, really, just because I prefer myself darker. Yay, I'm so glad you caught me live. Welcome. You always miss it? Oh. You know, now that I'm sort of on a schedule with this, I kind of like it. You know, I was always the rebel. I'm like, I'm not going to do a schedule, and I'm just going to go with the flow. If they don't, if they miss me, they miss me, whatever. But no, I've been on a schedule. What? It's so strange for me. There we go. Now when you're doing darker foundation, you're gonna need to get your ear, your neck, duh. Yay! I'm so glad that you like it, or that you love it. See? Darken everything up. God, I look so much better with the tan. Hey, play. You know what's so funny is that, like, I specifically ask the playlist on YouTube to randomize their videos, and when I do that, it just plays one and then it stops. I'm like, excuse me, no, it's not what I want. So depending on what shirt you're wearing is how far down you have to take the foundation. So if you're darkening yourself up, yeah girl, yeah boy, you gotta take it all the way down. You gotta take it everywhere, because if you don't, it's gonna look stupid. So put it in your ear, all around your ear, behind your ear. Like if your hair is up in a ponytail, you better make sure that you stick your blender all the way back here and start putting on makeup. So it's gotta go everywhere. You can't just like skip around places, okay? If you're, and again, I say only one shade darker. If you do anything deeper, it's gonna look a little weird. Sometimes the makeup can look a little bit muddy, and it's not ideal. Get your eyelids. Get everything. God, I wish I was this color. I want to be this color so bad. Anyway. So now that I have a nice tan, and now my face matches my arms, we're gonna brighten it up again. You know, you can never find your perfect color foundation. That's okay. You know, let's say you got one that's like this, right? It's too dark. Just go for a bronzy look every day. Then you'll look like J-Lo. Now we're gonna brighten it up. Now it seems kind of like you're going backwards by going, wait, I thought we just darkened it up to do but it's a whole highlighting, shading, bronzing technique that we do in here. Okay. So, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do the bronzing first, and then we're gonna highlight, okay? I like the way highlighters sort of lift a little bit, so we're gonna do bronzing first. Now I prefer, and I always do this, I use darker foundations as my bronzer. So that being said, you can use liquid bronzers, cream bronzers, you know, darker concealers, whatever it is that you have at home, you can use it. But right now in this step, I would recommend something creamy or liquidy, because if you use powders, it's gonna throw everything off, because you're gonna start setting your makeup and we're not ready for that stage yet. So I'm gonna take G4. This is a, I don't wanna use this brush. Well, now I got product on here, so let me just, there you go. I want something a little bit more precision. I want this angle. And I'm gonna take Rocky Cosette. This is Cosette's Infinite Makeup Stick in G4. G4 is a bit deep, but now what I'm gonna do is take this color and apply this to my face just to richen up this bronzy look. Okay? And when you're doing your forehead and stuff, make sure that you are taking the extra time to blend out the very edges. Like, you don't want to look like your face has these stripes all over it, you know? So make sure that that bronzer, that darker foundation is blended out completely. You see how now you can't see where it starts and stops? You got to make sure you do that. It's very important. because you don't want streaky face. Streaky face is not fun. There you go. See that? It gives a more seamless look when you're using these colors on a bronzed face. It looks like I've been out at the fucking beach. As opposed to like, you know, doing this with like super pale skin, right? And you're trying to do bronzer, it ends up looking super duper patchy. So darken up your face first with one shade darker of a foundation, and then go ahead and utilize all your bronzing tools. Ta-da. This is also a really good look for like going out, like a club. Okay. Because your face is gonna look really defined at night. Let me get right in here. Because for me, when I add bronzer right in this area, my nose becomes contoured. So that's another thing to kind of talk about. Like, do you contour your face when you are bronzing it? You can if you'd like to. You can if you feel like you need to. And when I contour my nose, I don't do the stripes down my nose because I already have that prominent stripe naturally. What I do to contour my nose is add color in this part right here and right here, which goes to show you that every face is different. You know, you don't follow the same typical steps that you see everybody doing on the internet because your face isn't like that. You have to make sure you find the right grooves and look at your face and see what it does or doesn't need, you know. Chances are you don't need shit. You feel like you look like you wear a mask with your miscolored foundation. Everyone looks at me crazy. If you cannot return your foundation at a store, just get a concealer, a brighter concealer, and just start highlighting and then blend it in. When you do that, it helps a lot. Okay. A little here on the chin. Now on the chin, so people like to put color like right here. That's not where you put your bronzer. That's where the highlighter goes. See how it's so bright right here naturally? Don't put a darker spot there because that's like counterintuitive. So you want like right here. This is the groove where you want. It can peek through. It can kind of spill upward, but the color should be like right here and then worked down onto the neck. Same thing with your jaw. You don't want it on your jaw, you want it just below, and then the color will eventually sort of peek upward, and that's how you start to create the sort of contour of your face, should you need it. Again, you don't really need it. You're gonna have to put a little color on your ear. Everything must look cohesive, otherwise you look fucking crazy. Okay, right underneath that jawline. And with your brush, it will blend upward. There you go, see? You don't see this like line. Ugh, when I see people with their bronze lines on their jaw, it's like, guys, it's okay. Nobody told you. But I'm here to tell you. Just underneath, and then you will eventually see it. Okay? Yeah, it's kind of like you got a beard. Underneath here to create a little shadow. It makes your bottom lip look plumper. And then right in here. Just to give yourself a little more lift, because then this looks more prominent too. Okay. So now you've got a bronzed face, right? On its own, this can look crazy. So we're gonna brighten it up now. I would recommend first doing a concealer that goes along with your natural skin tone, because that's gonna be bright enough to give you a little bit of lift in a soft way. Depending on how dramatic you want this makeup to look is how dramatic you take the concealer. Now, also keep in mind your body color and what are you wearing for this look. Like if I was wearing a turtleneck, right, long sleeve, and I wanted a bronzed face, I wouldn't have to worry so much about highlighting a lot because you don't see the rest of my face. However, Bringing in some light aspects to your makeup is sort of important if these paws of yours, oh my God, don't match, because look at that. Insane, right? Insane. So you want to make sure you bring back some highlighter so that it starts to blend a lot nicer. So what I'm going to do is take natural, which when I use this on my natural skin color, it's just a step lighter than my skin color. This is just a perfect natural concealer to brighten up when I have my natural makeup on and I want something brighter underneath my eyes. I'll use like porcelain or buff, like these super duper bright colors, but we're not going to go that far just yet. We're going to start very, very light. And how I'm going to do that is apply right here, dead center. Okay. And then we're going to do a couple, just throw some right there and throw some right here, a little here, and a little here. Okay. Then I'm going to take my wet beauty blender and just start dabbing it. And sort of pressing it into the eye area like so. And this is going to soften up some of that bronzer. There you go. And that's why I like to bronze first, because it sort of calms it down. Like, let's say if you put too much bronzer on, you're like, oh shit. This is going to help you. So take a little bit of this and then fan it downward. There you go. So now you've got that brightness coming back into your face, so you don't look so I don't have a word for it, but sometimes it can look a little like, oh, I see. Now for me, there we go. I don't typically do any sort of lightener down my nose. Again, I don't need it. My face doesn't need it. There you go. It's all about different levels. Keeping different levels onto the face. And look at that. Now when you have your hands up here, it's not as contrasty. It's a bit more, it's a bit nicer. You could go lighter with your concealer. I just don't recommend going so light because then it ends up looking a little crazy. But I'll show you, in case you really want to try it, how to incorporate a lighter shade. Get a little bit here. Ta-da! So we're all gonna let that sit for a second. And we're gonna move to the eyes. So to do a smoky eye, I like to use a pencil first to give myself some good base. You can do an eyeshadow, crayon, an eyeliner. I'm gonna do an eyeliner, but if I have it here with me, you want an eyeliner that doesn't dry down. You don't want a quick drying sort of liner, because you want a kohl. Thank you. You want a kohl liner to work with. I'm like, come on, brain. Because that will give you more playtime. If you have a liner that dries down fast, you're not gonna have much time to play around with. That's a lip liner. If I had coffee pencil, I would be very grateful. Smolder. You know what? Yeah, smolder. This is pretty old school. Let's do it. It's a smoky eye look, right? Let's do some smolder. I'm gonna get some black up in here, but we're gonna do a brown smoky eye to kind of create this bronzy sort of seductress, if you will. So we're gonna start with black as a base. And you wanna get in with this, but this one, you don't have to worry so much about it being sharpened. I mean, if it's stubby, then yeah, you gotta give it a little bit of a kick, but you need that precision. What you're gonna need though is something to kind of buff it around. So a small little buffing brush. I like the short bristles or something like this. Something like this would work too. A synthetic brush head would be perfect for this. Yeah. So you're gonna take your black. If you want to put on primer first, you can. You don't have to, but it would give you a bit more room to play around with colors. It's not a bad idea. So I usually like to fill in black right on my eyelid. Just trying to get myself comfy. And then almost to the crease, you know, doesn't have to be perfect. And then what I'll do is take my brush and buff downward to my lash line. That way it starts to soften up everything. But I'm brushing it down because I don't want this to like spread out too much. I just want to soften it up. And if you fan outward, it ends up spreading the color a little bit too far. At least with this, you're getting a smoky, softer edge. Okay. Then I'm gonna use one of my favorite browns. This is my personal travel kit. It's super messy, I apologize, but these two here are from Hot Makeup. That's the brand. And there's this color that I love. It's called Shine On, and it's this beautiful bronzy brown. I also like to use this one every now and then, which is called New Love, and New Love is more of a cool toned brown, but I'm gonna do the warmer toned one. It's really, really pretty. Now I'm just gonna take where's my, here you are. I was like, where's my tried and true? Hang on. Ooh. Just gonna wipe this off real quick. Then we're gonna go in. Oh, first we're gonna go in with a lighter shade first. I forgot. I need a base color. Do I have one in here? I do not have one in here. Let's look at, I'm gonna grab this palette, the Pixie palette, just so I have this, a starter color first. Get into my crease. You guys can ask questions too if you have any while we're in here. You want to have that starter shade. Okay. I'm actually going to use a different brush when I get into the dark brown. This is too fluffy for what I want it to do. So I got that started. We need something a little bit more pinpointy. So we're going to grab something, a shorter bristle of this, oh God, words, blending brush. So you have this 325 by Smith, and I think this is like a Morphe brush, right? Yeah, it's like a regular Morphe brush. So I just want to show you the size comparison. You just want something shorter, stubbier, but still has a nice little buff to it. Now I'm going to go into my Hot Makeup eyeshadow. This is again called Shine On. It's a dark brown and it's really, really pretty. So what I do is I will press that into the black eyeliner. And starting with the black base makes it a bit darker as well. And this is how you can get that super dark but really pretty smoky eye. All you have to do is start with a black base. And again, you want to use a kohl pencil because kohl pencils don't dry down that fast and you need it to stay wet. So A, the eyeshadow can adhere to it, and B, you have time to blend it out. Anything that's like a long-lasting pencil or a waterproof pencil, those dry down way too fast. So we're just lifting some of that color, just packing it on and pressing. Don't worry about what it looks like right now because we're going to blend it all out and it's going to be fine. Just pack it on. Done. Then go back to this fluffy brush and then start buffing it out. Use your finger if it's getting too dark to sort of soften it up. It's very easy. I have a little bit of fallout underneath, but that's fine because that can be easily fixed. So I'm not really worried about it. Come on. Okay. So we'll get, that's like the basic application. This will be fixed in a second. Should we do the bottom part first? Yeah, why not? Let's take the bottom part. Slowly picking up some of that eyeshadow that's underneath here. Okay, so let's take the same black. Just a little. Take that brush that you'd like to buff it out with. Give it a good buff. You don't want a lot of caked up eyeliner. Okay. Now because this part of your eye is a little bit tighter, you know, the space isn't as wide as like your eyelid, I'm gonna use a smaller brush for this. So this is gonna be, you guys good so far? Are you learning something? A little brush like this. This is the MAC, oh it faded out. Fuck, I don't remember, 232, 230 something? 232, 234? I don't remember, sorry. Start off with your medium shade color, which is, I'm using this one from the Pixie palette. This is, yeah, by Pixie Beauty. And then I'm gonna pat it on. And swipe, 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 swipe. You always wanna work with those medium shades first. It's sort of, when it comes to eyeshadows, it's harder to go lighter because they sometimes can turn muddy when you do a light shadow on top of a dark one. So you kind of work from lightest to darkest in this case. Okay. Then we're gonna go into the hot makeup shade. Press that in. As you go back on top, you know, sort of mess around with it, because you'll have some of that black peeking through, which is okay because that's what creates that like super duper smoke effect. It's a lot of fun to kind of play with and mess around with. Cool. All right. We'll continue on with this eye once we're done with this one, but I want you to see kind of like the startup of it. Let's do the other side. So we're gonna play around with that. There we go. Then add color. Just up to the crease, not on the crease, but pretty much right up to it. Try to get an even amount of black. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, but try to get an even coating, if that makes sense. Get that buffing brush, get comfy, and then blend downward to the lash line. Because when you go back up again, it will soften up that edge. Now this look can definitely be used with any color, really. It doesn't have to be brown. It could be black, it could be blue. But using a black as a base is one of my favorite things to do. Okay. Go in with your light shade first. Do you ever go days without wearing makeup? Oh, absolutely. If I'm not on here, if I'm not doing a live anything, I won't wear makeup. You know, I've had wonderful days off this month. I didn't do shit. I'm really confident without my makeup though. It took me a while to get to this point. You know, I was the kind of girl who wouldn't check her mail without going out in makeup. Like, no, absolutely not. Then, I don't know. I don't know if it's just age. You know, I just sort of grew out of it. You know, I was just kind of like, get over it. Nobody cares. You know? So yeah, I definitely go without makeup all the time. I even went to the farmer's market this morning with no makeup on. Now I go out to the store, so I'm like, I don't give a shit. Okay, going into the hot makeup. Every now and then though, like when I go to the stores without anything on, sometimes I feel like, fuck, I'm such a scumbag. I don't like to go to stores dressed as a scumbag. I call it scumbag because that's how I feel. You know, like if you just have like sweats on and you just put on a cap, I fucking hate doing that. I hate it. I don't know why. But that whole going to the store, just put on a thing real quick. No. And it drives me nuts when I have to do it. But I do it. Don't get me wrong, I do it. It's just, I hate myself when I do. And it's usually when I have like questions and I have to ask somebody some shit. I'm like, fuck, I look like a total scum. Oh, what was the thing? It was an age thing for me as well. I don't care what anyone says about me. I'm comfortable. Yeah. If I'm comfortable and I have to go somewhere, I won't go. That's like the bulk of it. Like if I am in sweats and stuff, chances are I'm probably not going because I don't want to put on clothes after I've been at home and comfortable all day long. No. Hard pass. It's a dangerous, slippery slope, that is, though, because that's how you get into trouble financially, because then I'll just go, fuck it, I'll Postmate it. Fuck it, I'll just get Instacart. Fuck it, I'll just get Domino's. Like, that's what happens to me a lot. Fuck it, I don't care. No, I'm not doing it. Yep. My eye's crying. I can feel it starting to happen right here. Don't you dare. This is the worst time right now to have allergies. I'm starting to develop allergies, I feel, because lately I've noticed that, I get all sniffly and stuff. And being out in public and trying to, find stuff to buy, and you're sniffing, and everyone's looking at you like you're crazy. Oh my gosh, shit. Not the time to have allergies right now. I hope everyone is doing well today. I kind of feel like today that's like this weird limbo of, do I go to the store? Do I brave it? This morning when I woke up and went out to the farmer's market, I have to pass the local grocery store. Tell you what, I've never seen that parking lot so full. It was bad. So to add some darkness, I'm gonna use that same kind of buffing brush I use with the pencil. I'm gonna go in here and sort of get some dark, shadowy shadows going on here. Kind of bring that back. You need some things, but I'm dreading it because I feel like it's gonna be a madhouse, and it is. It is. I'm glad I had the wherewithal when I went shopping a couple days ago to pick up some extra meat and freeze it, because I'm like, the idea of now having to go to the store to find some meat, and most grocery stores are sold out. My area, I think everyone that lives where I live right now, they're panicking. Everyone's panicking, but I feel like especially in my area, because there are places back home where I grew up in Riverside, my friends are like, we still have toilet paper here. It's fine at some stores, or I can't find it for shit. Not even in the small Mexican markets, Asian markets, Circle K's, like, there's nowhere to be found. So I know everyone here freaking out. God. Copters going. Oh, jeez. Okay. So I'm gonna add some darkness. Same brush actually. I'm gonna get into. I'm gonna try using one of these guys. Maybe this. I feel like this is too light actually, to be honest with you. This one won't give me the payoff that I'm looking for. I don't think it will. So I'm gonna jump into a Cosette eyeshadow, which is this one here. I still feel like it may be a little bit too light, so I may dip into the black. I'm trying to avoid black, but let's see what happens. I just want some darkness. That might work. And I'm doing a lot of padding at this point. Yeah. I need to fix that. Something funky is going on with my eye. This could be a day where my eye doesn't want to cooperate with me. I have these days a lot, and if you do too, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes eyeshadows, it's like, no, you will not. I'm definitely gonna have to clean up a lot right here, which is why, when you're doing a dark look like this, I don't recommend using powders to set everything first, because you have to clean up. Sometimes I recommend doing your face makeup last because of all of the fallout that happens. It's really harsh right here, but maybe I can fix that. You know what? Let me work smarter, not harder. When you have a problem and your eyeshadow is sticking like that, clean off the brush that you're using. Start with a clean brush, which is why it's good to have just a quick brush cleanser next to your kit, next to your stuff, because this is what's going to help move product around the way you want it to. I know right now it looks kind of crazy. It looks like I have this big spot right here. The camera's picking it up really fucking weird. It doesn't look like that in real life. It's there, but not that prominent. I'm like, whoa, that's weird. But, so now I'm gonna use a clean brush to get in there. And buff it out. My eyes, the way that they're shaped though, they do create this like tunnel pull. And I don't know why it does that. And it's like that with anything that I do. I think right now it's looking prominent just because I'm using dark shadows. And when I use dark shadows, it always does this. So I always have to like overcompensate and like add more shit. It's stupid. But makeup can smell your fear, and it's always important to keep a cool and level head. I know that it's just makeup. But by using a cleaner brush, it does help a lot. It helps soften it up. Yeah, it comes off. We'll be all right. We're all good. All right, so let's get into that darker eyeshadow. Sometimes has a lot to do with the brushes that you use too. If your brushes suck, like this Morphe one that I just used, shit ain't gonna look right. Okay. Do you ever get frustrated and go fuck it and wipe it off and start again? Yes. Yes, I do. There's been this thing right here, I don't know, because the camera's picking it up, I'm seeing it and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And color will not adhere, if you will. I'm adding color like right here. It's not sticking. My eyes do that sometimes. And there are times when I'm just like, fuck this shit. And I will take it off and do a completely different eye look. I won't even do the same look. I'll just fuck it. But before I get to that point of just being so frustrated, we're gonna go back. We're gonna step away. We're gonna do something else, and we're gonna come back to it, because that's how you can rise above it. So I put friggin' bronzer on here. That's fine. I may have to use more concealer anyway. What do you do when that happens on clients' eyes? Oh. I don't think that's happened on a client's eye before. I've had to have had that problem with the client before. There's no way that it hasn't happened. I think with me, I would just, there is this product that I like to use. I haven't used it on myself, and actually now that I think of it, I should probably use it now. I use this eye cream called Fast Response Eye Cream by MAC. And oftentimes when you use just a little bit of it, it can move the product around, and you can sort of manipulate the shadows to do what you want them to do. I've never done it on myself. I usually do it on clients. It's a whole different technique when you're doing this to someone else versus this to yourself. So for my makeup, I never worry about having it look perfect, because it is a completely different technique flipping your wrist. And on myself, I'm like, whatever, you get the fucking point. On a client, it's like I have better vision, I have better access, I have better everything. So I don't remember if that has happened with the client. I'm sure it has. I'm not fucking perfect. But if I were to use it on a client, fast response would probably be the first thing that I would try. And if that wasn't working, I would then just go in with a quick little cotton swab or whatever and makeup remover and just do that part over again. Which, yeah, now that I think of it, just get a cotton swab and just sort of, figure it out. So I'm taking a buffing brush, and honestly, any sort of like foundation brush would work for this. All you can do is wipe off some of this makeup. Unfortunately, since I did do my face first, it is a waste. But you can go back in and add more. It's fine. It's okay. So I'm gonna add a little more concealer. Who's my favorite Kardashian? Is that still a thing? I don't have a favorite. I don't dislike them, but my world doesn't revolve around them. My world revolves around me. So I don't have a favorite. I don't really watch the show. I have nothing against them. I think I follow some of them on Instagram, but it's just because of I like to follow a bunch of shit. So your life is more than the Kardashians, I promise you that. Don't be so concerned with people who have no concern for you. You know what I mean? Oh, my music just decided to quit? Is that what we're doing now, music? Did you get mad about the Kardashian comment? There we go. So a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of concealer, and you can brighten that back up. Do a little softness there. Ta-da. Am I nervous at all about the corona? Nah. Like, the reality is the flu is still more rampant than the coronavirus is. The only reason why everyone is freaking out is because it's something new, And people are figuring out about how many have died from corona, and it's like, have you seen how many people have died from the flu this year? You should really, truly be worried about the flu. But since it's not new, people don't give a shit, People know that you recover from the flu. It sucks, but you recover. Same thing with coronavirus. It sucks, but you recover. People who have died are the elderly, the people who have suppressed immune systems, people who are already sick. Those are the ones we gotta protect, because those people need the help, But it's just another virus. I'm not worried. What I am worried about is people, is everybody else freaking out. I don't trust fucking humans for shit. Nope. That's what I don't like. So I'm gonna go with a smaller little brush and try to get a little right. I'm tempted to fix. It's people that I worry about. So the best thing that I would do is tell you is, if you're scared right now, if you're worried, please just stay indoors. Do not leave your apartment or your house or anything. Don't leave. There was this, I already told the story about the lady that I encountered at one of the stores that I shop at. She freaked out on everybody that was standing in her general area about not being cleanly enough, and really fucking freaking out and having a complete meltdown in public. If that is you, stay your ass home. Because you're just not well equipped to deal with society. You need to just chill. So And it's getting to the point where these people are making the panic worse. You know, you're a danger to society. Thank you. It yeah, it just makes it worse having somebody like in public. It makes the panic worse. Stay your ass home. Do not go anywhere. Send somebody else out for you. Rely on fucking Postmates and Instacart and DoorDash and Uber Eats. Stay your ass home. You don't need to be going anywhere. Let the people who just need their groceries for the week go get their fucking groceries. Okay, so let's do some brows. Gonna go in and add a little bit of undershadow, as I'm calling it today. Some filler. This color is called Lingering by MAC. And this is the old formula, so I don't know what the new formula works like now because I don't like it. Postmates with the food transfer the virus. Why not cook homemade meals? You make no sense. Girl, calm the fuck down. I'm just throwing out other situations as far as keeping the people who are completely panicked home. I didn't say that that was the ultimate solution. Again, calm yourself. My fucking God. Hey Lana, I just want to say hi. Hi, I've been subscribed to your channel way back from the Lana Loves Mac days. Oh my God, hi. I love seeing my people. Thanks for hanging around for so long. Jesus Christ. I feel like we grew up together, huh? There we go. Some filler. Create filler first. Is this a man? Oh, here come the trolls. Yeah, it's a man. Yes, sir. And I'm here to fuck you up. Thanks for being in my channel. I really appreciate it. That means you show your support for me by being in here and spending your time with me. Thanks so much. You're totally pushing my agenda, bruh. I really appreciate you being in here. Okay, so there we go. Boom. So now that you've added the filler, then you can go in and do, I like to do the Senna. This is my favorite brow pencil. The Senna Sketch a Brow. This is the black brown shade because obviously my hair is dark. I like to use darking. I like to use the darker shades. So what I'll do is sort of add in some darker streaks. Like so. Just a little bit. I'm not gonna fill it in completely just because you don't want like those super uber cartoon brows. I was so obsessed with making my brows so opaque, and I am training myself to lighten up. Boom. And then, one more product. Brow gel. This is what's going to keep it all in place for most people. My brows, though, my brows will do what they want. They don't care. But this is how you would add in, like if you wanted your brows to be a little bit darker, I would use a dark brow gel, and then boom, you create the darkness without it looking so like uber intense, you know? Get that little guy. Make sure that goes in. Boom. I'll never forget the first video I saw of yours when you said people would come into your work using gross disgust. Oh, the makeup sponges. I'm really glad that I no longer work in retail. Let me just say that right now. I'm very, very grateful that I've been able to transition from a retail employee to my own makeup artistry. I work for myself. I'm my own boss, and I have been for the last 15 years. Fucking Christ, I'll never get over the fact of how much disgusting shit I would see working in a retail store. I think now more than ever, everyone is kind of looking at makeup and going, ew, I don't want to try it. Like, I really am wondering what, I mean, we should have held back on makeup applications in stores a long time ago. Because, you know, working at MAC, we would use whatever's on the displays, right? If you came in to get your makeup done, what's the first thing a MAC employee is gonna do? They're gonna go to the displays and pull out the colors and then bring them to you. Well, people's fingers have been in, and even though we still wiped it down, I wonder what steps they're taking. Like, are they gonna start, you know, putting makeup kits together and then having them in the back so that way when people want to get their makeup done, the makeup kit gets brought out? I think that should be a thing. I don't know. MAC currently has a no-touch policy in place. Oh, that's smart. No applications, no trying products in the store. Everything demos on face charts. Ooh, that's fun. So I have a question. Do you work for MAC? Or does someone you know work for MAC? Actually, no, if you work for MAC, you would be able to answer that. How are the AUSs doing? Like, if you have a goal to meet, yet you can't demonstrate a product on somebody, you can't show them how it works, you can only do so much of the face chart. You used to? Same girl, same. If you can't show somebody how good a product is gonna look on them, it's going to be much harder to sell it to them. So I wonder if, because for those of you who don't know, people who work at MAC, and I'm sure any other retail location, you have to sell so much makeup in a day, so much makeup in a week, so much makeup in a month. And each individual transaction, when I used to work for MAC, had to have been at least 3 items. And when someone wants to go into MAC, and it has to be at least $45 per transaction. That's idealistic anyway. So if somebody comes in and just wants a makeup sponge for their studio fix that was like $2, you're just like, you're fucking my whole thing up in this. And it wasn't the customer's fault, and it's not the salesperson's fault. It's the corporation, you know. The corporation wants you to take that innocent person who just wants a makeup sponge and say, do you need to replace your Studio Fix yet? Let me tell you what will go great with Studio Fix. Have you tried Studio Moisture Fix? Have you tried Fix Plus? These 2 products with your Studio Fix is gonna make your skin look so good and make the makeup look so flawless, and you end up having to use less product that way. I gotta get some of that. And that's what they wanted you to do. They wanted you to talk your way through to get that sale in the door. And if you didn't make those sales, your ass is canned. So I wonder now with how the sales are going, you know, people are not trying on products in store, people are not doing XYZ, do you still have to meet your goals? That's a question that I have. I am a part of a MAC group, so maybe I should ask them. Because if you still have to make your goals in that way, that's fucked up. Thank God I don't work for MAC anymore. Ooh, retail right now. Nope. Okay, so let's continue with the face. I got my eyeshadows on. I have a little bit of liner on that's kind of smudged. This side looks lighter than this side because that's how the lighting is. That's how it always is with my face. This side always seems to capture more color than this side of my face does. I don't know if it's just my biology or... No, it's the lighting. I can see. It's darker right here. Okay, so it's lighting. I do want to brighten up my face a little bit, right? Because I don't still, even though I'm doing a nice bronzy look, I still recommend bringing in some lightness so that it sort of balances out, so you're not one dark face. So I'm going to use the same under eye powder that I use that's lighter than my natural color, just to bring out a little bit of brightness. This is sort of like a trick, you know. It's just leveling out specific colors on the face, just for funsies. Ta-da. Just a little bit. And doing this with a powder, it allows the colors underneath to seep through. You know, I don't recommend doing this bright of a color with a liquid, because that will look more intense and it'll make the makeup look more patchy, if you will. Do it with a powder. And a light amount. You don't have to go like super intense. Okay? Put on. So that way when you start using your hands closer to your face, it's not so crazy. But, you know, if you're going to do this look, you may have to color your hands. It's a possibility. Okay? Up here. I already have, you can see it's already bright, so I'm not going to add color there. Like wherever it's prominent, like here, my nose naturally is capturing the light. I'm not going to put something light there. It's ridiculous. So with my nose, I don't want it to stand out any more than what it is already, so I'm fine. I'm going to add a little bit of brightness here just to add some dimension on the face. There we go. There we go. Great. So now I'm going to go in and just set my makeup. Remember, everything is still liquids. I'm going to go in with the Senna Secret Set. Just to soften everything up. Secret Set, this is the shade number 2. And normally, this is the shade that sort of gives me a little bit of color on my natural skin tone. So this, on top of this darkness, will sort of lighten it up and soften everything out. It's just playing with like different levels of makeup. There we go. Bronzy Smokey is perfect. And believe me, bitch, I will go to the beach like this too. Why not? I want to go to the beach. That's happening. It's gotta happen, right? It's time, right? Bronzer. You're not done with bronzing yet? No. This is a bronzy look. Of course not. Hey, a little bronze. Now you can kind of understand why I was like, this is great for a night out. Just a little kick. Do, 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 do. Okay. And then I'm going to use a terracotta-like blush. When it comes to blushes, you can use sort of like brown shades and stuff. It's totally fine. Pinks, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. I actually like to do more like warm tones, like peaches and corals and stuff. I feel like when you do a bronzy look, those colors look a lot nicer. But I'm going to do a, I need to finish this off, Terracotta shade by NYX. And just apple of the cheek it. just a little bit, you know. This is just to bring color into the face because you need to add color when doing a bronzy look, just a little bit, in my opinion. I feel like color sort of balances it all out so that you're not like straight up tan, you know? There. Any questions so far about the makeup? Okay, now I'm going to do a little more darkness. A little more darkness. I'm gonna try. Let's get some of this smolder action. Ooh, you know what? Since I'm gonna actually have this show a bit more, I'm gonna use a different pencil. You need to try that blush. I always get scared of using blush. Why? Why do you get scared of using blush? Are you afraid it's gonna be too crazy? This blush has a lot of color to it. So all you have to do is just get a thick, fluffy brush, you know? One dab. Literally, that's all you need in blush. And then boop, 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 boop. You know, or when you dab into the blush, make sure you go to the back of your hand and dab a couple times first. That way it like takes most of the bulk of the color. It'll be fine. Do a little of this first. Try that technique. In the past, I probably used too much. Probably. I mean, we all do. I still use a lot. I love blush. But sometimes I'll use a color that I'm like, probably should have held back. Probably. So let me use, now I'm going to bring in an eyeliner that dries because I want this one to show. And smolder on me, if I don't set it with an eyeshadow or something else, it will run everywhere. So I'm not going to use smolder right now on the very, very top portion, top layer of color. So I'm going to bring my mirror up here and I'm going to tightline a little bit. Just out here, and immediately grab that same brush that I was using earlier. Just to soften it up. So when you're doing that smoky eyeliner look, you're tightlining and then buffing it out. And that's how you get a super nice smoke. And personally, I do not like, even though I've done it before, I don't recommend doing a winged liner with a smoky eye. I feel like it's just two different looks compiled together. If you want something to look like a really nice, cohesive, classy, you know, well put together look, I truly believe that just smoking out an eyeliner is good enough for a smoky eye. I mean, if you just must absolutely need a wing liner, sure, but you don't need to wing it out with a look like this. I know it's probably like unpopular opinion, but it's true. Smoke it out immediately and then go in. Getting up in that lash line is what's going to help create that nice little smoky. Ta-da. There you go. Then you got that nice darkness and it's kind of like, ooh, smoky eye. And it's basically doing the right liner look, you know? I love the way this looks so much. we go. Bing! So underneath the eye, you can do the same thing if you want to create a bit more drama. I'm just gonna add a little bit right here to the corner of my eye, because if I add a little too much black, and if I mess with my corner right here too much, I start crying. Don't know when that became a thing, but it's now a thing. So if you get cry eyes and stuff too, yeah, don't fuck with the corners too much. Lay down your color or just go. You know, let it smoke out throughout the day. Okay. So again, this side looks a lot darker than this side because that's how lighting is in my apartment complex. Because I could even see it in my mirror that this whole side here has this shadow on my face, and I'm like, okay. I can't change that. So it's kind of throwing me off, so I have to use this as my mirror. Maybe just a tad bit more in this like little pocket right in there, yeah? Sometimes the iPad helps for a mirror, sometimes. Sometimes it does me wrong though, like I'll trust this a little bit too much and then I go to look in my face and I'm like, oh shit. Okay, I'm not gonna go crazy. Okay, these, almost done. I've been on here for so long, Jesus Christ. Blackest Black, Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. Must be, hang on. If you see something on your fingers, wipe it off immediately because it will go on your face. That is the rule in makeup. If you have any sort of discoloration on your fingers, that's how you get streaks everywhere. Ta-da! And then if you're going out, I do like a lash with this look. You don't need a lash with this look, but I like a lash with this look. Yes, I do. Should I put lashes on? Yeah. I feel like this song just played. Did it just play? I feel like it did. Unless the song is just still going. Oh, it's just still going. Okay, never mind. I'm like, pretty sure I heard this before. This, lippy lip, and then we'll do lashes last if I decide to do lashes. I'm gonna do the same color I did yesterday, actually. I really, really liked it. This is the Melt, I can't see. I need glasses. Headbang, holy shit. Headbang, I love this color a lot. Just use any color. When it comes to bronzy, sure, use a brown tone. Brown shades are pretty good. Deep corals, I think warm tones are best for bronzing, unless you start doing cool tones like from the get-go, then cool tone it up. But like, this is where my lip color is, but you can see my lip is up here. That's the hardest part about lining my lips, because when I line my lips properly, it looks like I'm overlining them. So I'm gonna do my actual color to see how weird it looks. That's so weird. I don't like it. No, I gotta do it how I normally do it, because I don't like it. It's like, no, no thank you. Okay, thanks, bye, no thanks. Yes. That's better. I should just fill it in. Okay. We good? We good? Then what color? What are you? You are really pretty. What are you? Incredible. Incredible. Try harder. Is that what it's called? Rainbow Sparkle Gloss. There are so many names. I have an issue with companies have a lot of names to them. Like Incredible. Underneath it, it's Try Harder. Maybe because it's tri-colored. Okay. Then it says Rainbow Sparkle Gloss. Rainbow? Oh my god. Rainbow Sparkle Gloss. Okay. Then it says Glass Ceiling Broken, which I'm assuming that's the name. That's a lot of names. Why do brands do that? I don't know. Let's throw in a gloss. Pretty! When it comes to like highlighters and stuff, I don't know. Highlighters you can use. I don't, when I do bronzing looks and stuff, I don't go for highlighters. I want the bronzer to be the star of the show, so to speak. And when you start throwing on highlighters on your cheeks and stuff, then it just becomes this like different look entirely. It's no longer a bronzy look, it's just a lot of makeup on your face. So I don't recommend using a highlighter for a look like this, just because you've already got so much going on. You have a nice color on your face. It's like, pull back. You can pull back at this point. Should I put on lashes? Let me know. There's people in here. So if you don't care about lashes, you're done with this makeup look 80 minutes later. Again, it won't take you this long to do it, just because you won't be talking as much as I am and reading comments and killing time. Lashes, okay. All right, let's do it. I got them queued up right here, ready to go. So, where's my glue? There it is. Go for it. Go for it. Okay. So, lashes. This one's a bit tricky because yesterday when we used lashes, we had a winged liner, right? And we had the real estate, if you will, to apply lashes and then add more eyeliner. But with a look like this, when you're not doing a wing liner, you gotta be careful. You wanna get the lashes close to your lash line, and when it comes to hiding the lash band, you're gonna wanna use a pencil instead of a liquid. Because the minute that you use a liquid liner to hide the lash band and the lash glue and stuff, you've completely altered the look. It's no longer a smoky eye. It's faded up brown eyeshadow with a liner. So it could be tricky. So I recommend using the dark glue. I always use dark glue anyway, just because I like it better. Let that sit for a second. I don't breathe. You guys probably notice this when I do my makeup. I always get sniffy, and that goes for when I'm actually doing my clients as well. I don't breathe, and so that I end up like having a runny nose by the time I'm done with makeup. I just don't like breathing on people. I think it's weird. So I'm like, and I'll sit there and I can hold my breath for a very long time. I don't realize that I'm doing it. I'm just take a step back. And I end up causing myself to get sniffly. Would a more highlighter focused look be dewy? I prefer the more bronzy for going out. Yeah, I wouldn't call it dewy. I would call it glowy, because dewy would sort of mean wet, you know, and a wet look is something that you would sport when your hair is pulled back really tight, because you don't want that hair in the face, because you know, it's more of a glowy look for sure. You can use bronzer, you know, with a highlighter, but if you're going full on bronzed face like how I did today, I mean, look how light I am. I've got dark makeup on. I'm pale as fuck. When you're doing a look like this, this is your feature. This is the star event, you know. When you throw on a highlighter, it just throws everything off. And I'd love to show you, but I don't want to ruin my face. So I'm not going to show you how jacked up it looks. However, I don't want to be that girl by saying, that's not how you do your makeup. Because you can do whatever the fuck you want. And on camera, a highlighter would look really pretty. Like if I did it for you right now, it may actually look good because I'm on camera. In real life, oh God, no. Oh God, no. So even though some of us are that girls in real life, where we're like, oh God, no. I will not promote that kind of behavior on here. Absolutely not. So, lashes. I'm gonna go in. Good point about camera versus real life. Yes, that goes with a lot of makeup looks. So I'm gonna go in, get up in that lash line, and then you wanna make sure your glue is tacky, because this is very important to not have your lashes slip and slide around your eyes, because if they do, it ends up looking crazy. Too much glue ends up everywhere. And having lashes that just stay put when you put them on is very idealistic. Also too, when you put on lashes, not only do they darken up, obviously, your lashes, they sort of create a false eyeliner, you know? That's why I say it's kind of tricky, and you want to be very careful when doing a look like this. Try to get the lashes as close as you can to your actual lashes, the falsies to get close to your actual lashes, so they blend nicely, and they don't, like, use false lashes that don't have a band to them. when you're doing a smoky eye and you want to keep that smoke, that beautiful like Hollywood glam smoke, avoid lashes with the band because it's going to fuck it up. It's going to create that false eyeliner and you're screwed. It's no longer a smoky eye. It's a, hey, look at my eyeliner. Oh, thank you. These lashes are Ardell. I always use Ardell lashes for the most part. And these are the Wispies by Ardell. However, it's the Wispies in the Studio Effects line because they have different, you know how Ardell has like, they have the faux minks, they have the naturals, they have the double ups, and then they have the Studio Effects. I love Studio Effects. I feel like they're just the best. So I use the Wispies in that kind of line. I'm gonna go ahead and add in, I'll show you when liquid liner is appropriate. You'll see it right now. Let me go into this. I like to press them down, press them into the natural lash. They sit on top of them, on top of the skin, not on the actual lashes, on your skin. But I get them super duper close. And yeah, every now and then I'll lose a lash or two, but they grow back. And I've been wearing lashes for years and I still have, as you can see when I put on mascara, I still have lashes on, so they won't destroy your lashes. Okay, so I'm gonna let this sit for a second. I'm gonna add some darkness right up in here just so that it doesn't look so separate. Like when it comes to lashes, when it comes to makeup in general, I personally like it to look as effortless as possible. You know, like even if when I'm wearing a lot of makeup on, I don't want it to look like, you know, like I don't want to have the llama eyes. I don't want to, you know, there comes a point where too much is just too much. And even when I am caking it on and layering it on, I want it to look like precise. So for me right now, looking into this iPad screen, I am not a fan of how all of a sudden, boom, there's lashes. You know, I need the transition of color. If at the very least, if there's no actual lashes there, I need darkness there. Because then it sort of camouflages the fact that it's just like when I look straight at you, there isn't the separation of just like, oh, hi color. Like this to me is like, it bothers me. So we're gonna go in, I'm gonna go in and just add some darkness right there to kind of like camouflage it a bit. Because I don't like to have my lashes come down, the false ones, I don't like it to come down too far because it pokes me. That's why I cut them. I always cut the ends off of mine because I don't like that pokey feeling. And I've tried to like cut a little bit less, whatever. It always pokes me, so I need to avoid this space at all costs for me. Okay, so let's do a bit of pencil. We're gonna sharpen the hell out of this bad boy. Any questions? Oh, look here. I actually have a box to show you. Studio Effects. Is this the right way? Does YouTube show video backwards or normal? I'm very curious. Good morning. Okay, good. So this is what I buy. Make sure you see this. They sell them individuals as well. Like, okay, perfect. They sell them with just like one pair as well. They don't always come in a box. I just doubled up because CVS had an amazing sale. It was buy one, get one. Yeah. And then I had extra bucks. Like this is like $11, I think, for this thing. It was like $11.99. Yeah. And then it was buy one, get one, right? And I was like, buy one, get one free at $11? Yes, please. And then I had like $5 extra, like CVS bucks. So I was like, $11? $7 now? For two? Okay. You gotta get on those CVS deals, you guys. As an ex-couponer, I still go to, look at my hair. I still go to CVS, like, not sharp enough. And get yourself a good sharpener. I actually like the MAC sharpeners and I like the Senna ones. And every time I buy a Senna sharpener, it goes missing. And nobody's in my shit but me. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But I don't like it. All right. I might have to use a liquid for this. Just blink into it. There you go. There's a bit more camouflage. You see that? How it doesn't, it's not as prominent anymore. I kind of like using a liquid for this part because for me, a pencil will smudge and smear and that sucks. Like, you know how like it always gets down here? Yeah, that's me too, dude. Me too. It's makeup. It's not tattoo, you know? But you add darkness right there. So now you can, it sort of camouflages that like harsh transition a bit, you know? I'm gonna go in, should I use a gel though? I'm thinking, sorry, out loud. Because I want to hide all of this. I'm gonna go with the pencil and color right on the lashes, right? But Smokey. So we need to go in, I need to go in and with a, you look promising. You may be too fluffy. Well, let's see. With the brush, go in and buff it out so that it's not so harsh, because if it's harsh, then it's like a whole different look. There we go. Just a little bit. You see that? You don't want like a harsh line. Here we go. Because again, your lashes are going to create a false liner for you. So that's why I say make sure you use lashes that don't have a band to them, because that line is what's going to jack up the whole look, you know? Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I had my first troll today. Fried ketchup. It was kind of awesome. I felt like I was getting somewhere. I was like, oh shit, it can be done. They found me. But I'm kind of wondering how. Because I'm not familiar with going live on YouTube. No, it's just weird. It's fine. I'm not familiar with going live on YouTube. I don't know if YouTube promotes live shows on here, like Periscope does and whatnot. In my head, only my subscribers can tell that I'm live. So, oh, I know, God. I can't believe you're even here. To be honest, thank you. And that's it. Pow! A liquid lashes, bronzy, smoky eye. You obviously can do a darker smoky eye if you want. I'm not even gonna entertain the corner. See, look, see how it's not there anymore? It's just blended. But when I look this way, that shit looks insane. I don't know. It's fine. Cat breakfast. Ooh. Your cat wakes you up at 4 in the morning for breakfast? Ooh. Ooh. I thought mine was bad. I thought Mason was bad waking me up at like, look at that. Waking me up at ungodly hours. What is it, 7? Ungodly is 7 for me. Let's finish this off with a little Fix Plus, shall we? I'm gonna finish this because I don't like this. This is the lavender scented Fix Plus. I don't like it. But I have it, so I may as well just use it. As soon as my husband leaves for work, then the dogs wake me up. Oh, God. Pets. I start my lives at 4. I do. I do. And there you go. There you have it. A bronzy look. And depending on what you're wearing, like, so for example, if you're going to wear a tank top and you're super pale, guess what? You're going to have to bronze your body. When it comes to this look, you gotta go above and beyond. You gotta take it all the way down here. You gotta take it all the way right here. You gotta, you know what I mean? Like everywhere, everywhere. You gotta match it up. You can't just stop at your face. You gotta go to your ears. You gotta go to your neck. You gotta go everywhere, unfortunately. And try not to touch your face because see how this isn't so bad, but it's clearly darker. And because of the lightness of your concealer, that's what's saving you about making this at least somewhat livable. But I glow, I'm so white, it's not worth it. But I mean, if you're, you know, if you're careful, but very careful, when pulling this look off, it can go south real quick. So just take your time, be cool. Be cool as a cucumber. Once you're done with everything, I'm not gonna waste a makeup wipe, but get your hair, okay? I personally, like, where am I going today? I'm gonna go talk to the people in the front office, but do I need to waste, no, I don't need to waste mine. Yeah, get like a, don't ignore your hair. You know how makeup gets in your hair? When you're blonde, it stains your hair dark, like darker. When you have dark hair, you get these like, there we go. You get these like dark or like super pale hairs because it's full of makeup and powder and nonsense. Get your hair. Get your damn hair. Because your hair needs love too. Details, ladies and gentlemen. Details. I have gray hair too, see? This one's new. Which I'm wondering, like, what happens with gray hair? Because, like, it was never short. It was always long. Like, when you see them, they're always, like, extremely long. So I'm like, does the whole hair just go gray overnight? How does that work? The toilet paper shortage. Thank you. You saw 2 4-packs of toilet paper for $7 on the shelf? Christ. I'm down to 1 roll. I'm not actively searching for toilet paper anymore because they're gonna restock the stores, you know, so I'm not worried about not finding toilet paper. And this isn't some sort of like outbreak to the point where we all have to stay indoors quite yet. I'm not worried about this thing. I'm really not. I know some people are freaking out, and I just, if I may, even though I've been here for nearly 2 hours, if I may, take care of yourself, but like practice calmness and rationality, you know? Like, this isn't, if you look at the stats, this coronavirus is nowhere near what hepatitis is that kills so many more people in the year. You know, like, there are things that kill you so much more. This is, calm yourself. I know it's a serious thing. I'm not trying to make light of it, but it's not enough to get into a panic rage about, you know? You will be fine. And for those of you who are already scared, there's nothing that I can say that's going to make you feel better. But I really hope that you are taking this day and this time and just relax and calm. If you are out of work because of the coronavirus, there are a lot of people who are in the same boat. You're not alone. You know, I said it on my Instagram yesterday, and I want to say it now just so if I can get real for a second. Because I'll shoot the shit with you guys and stuff and say bullshit or whatever. Fuck you guys. But, like, now this is me being real. Like, if you're out of work for some time because of this whole thing, just know that you're not alone. And there are some companies that are understanding. You know, late bills are going to happen this time, and a lot of corporations, a lot of companies are understanding the fact that, look, at people are out of work, so we're going to get a couple dings here and there, but this is not the end of the world, and you will bounce back from it. It's not going to be this, I'm screwed. You're not going to be out on your ass. Like, it will be fine. Like, you will be fine. We will all get this together. I am with you. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be live tomorrow because I'm going to be hanging out with my family. But I hope that at least my videos give you a little bit of, like, you know, at the very least, to give you some sort of escape from what's going on in the world right now. And it is scary, but we're going to get this together. It's going to be okay. I promise it's going to be okay. You know, how can you promise that? I just, on my channel, it's going to be okay. Let me look at the comments real quick. The melanin stops being fed to the hair, I believe. Ah, interesting. Huh. My kid is doing the superhero parade today. If she brings it home, I'm going to be pissed. Surprised they didn't cancel the parade. White hairs are actually completely hollow. Whoa. So once it grows enough from the scalp, the hollowness does travel down the hair shaft. So yep, they go white all the way down very quickly. Oh, I love science. I love knowledge. Thank you for that. That's pretty dope, yo. I really like how mine are extremely white. Like if the sun catches them, look how platinum. If the sun catches it, they're super shiny. So I'm like, yes. My grandmother had platinum white hair, like the most beautiful platinum. And I was like, if I have hair just like you, grandmama, rest in peace, Cecilia. Oh my God, I'd be happy. So I think, I may have it. I may have her hair. Thank you, grandma. That woman never showed any kind of love, but if this is white as fuck, and that's her love to me. And more coarse than the other hair, right? Probably, I don't know. Probably. I'm just chilling here on YouTube. Like, hi. Yeah, it feels coarse. Hey, look how white. I'm so fascinated by it. Look how fucking white that is. It's dope. Ah. You've been gray since 16? And it's taking over. I love it. Everyone thinks I dye it because it's so concentrated at the front. Oh, looks so good against your black hair. Thank you. Yeah, I want more to come out. Like, if it's gonna, and it's only right here, I think. Because if more comes out, oh, it'll be really cool. Well, nope, it's everywhere. Is that white? Hi! Hi! Oh shit, you just popped out. You're like, no, I'm here. Okay. Well, if it comes out, I'm gonna let it be. I'm not gonna dye it. I mean, I dye my hair anyway. I need to get my hair done so good. I don't, listen. If you shave your head in any capacity, yeah, it's fun for a while. I've got a few everywhere. I'm the same. Yeah, I hope it all just grows out, to be honest. If you shave your head in any capacity, that growing out stage is real. It's a thing. It's I'm now to the point where I don't like to do my hair. I feel like when I go to wave it and stuff, it's getting too curly. It's fucking weird, and I want to cut it, and I want this to just be normal hair again. So I'm kind of in this stage where, all right, I need to find somebody who's gonna cut my hair, right? Like, just give me a normal haircut and then give me bangs. I miss my bangs. I want my bangs and just short hair. Just want to fucking, what is it? What's her name? Velma Kelly hair from Chicago. Just cut my hair. And then just, you know, I need to like match that up. Right? Like it's bang season. It's bang season. All right, I'm gonna go. I've been on here for a very long time. I can't imagine anybody watching the replays. If you watch the replays, please comment. But it's kind of late in this whole live thing to say that, because I'm pretty sure by now people have probably like clicked out. However, if you watch the replays, let me know in the comments. I'm so interested to see who actually watches live replays. On Periscope, I see it all the time. It says this person watched your replay, and it's like, you know, oodles of people. But I'm curious to know if that's how it is here on YouTube. Do people watch replays? Is that a thing? Like, is that a thing? All right, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna be editing an April bullet journal video today. I might just post it if I'm done editing it. I gotta do some voiceover. But if I finish editing it, I'm just gonna post it. You guys, I'm so excited for my April bullet journal. Like, I'm stoked. So, yes. I did post a video about my washi tape collection, and I won't be back tomorrow. That's why I incorporated the Smokey eye today. I'm gonna be with my family tomorrow, so we're just gonna hang out. Hey, and so tomorrow I will not be here, and I need to post that on my Instagram. But I will be back on Friday. Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and yeah, I posted a video of my washi tape collection, and I need to post a video of my sticker collection, but that'll probably be later. So yes, next week. I will be back next week, Friday at 11 a.m. And yeah, bye everybody. Thank you so much for being here. You know, thank you to everyone who's commented, whether it was for me or against me. It's fucking activity, and I love it. And if you love me and you love what I do, or if I've made you laugh, or if I taught you something, please send me a coffee by clicking the link below in my description box. Coffees go straight to me. It helps me as a content creator, and it helps me create more and more. The more time I spend on YouTube with you is better for me in the long run, and that helps support everything that I do. Coffees just run the world, don't they? And then also make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. All right, I'm gonna get going. Time to edit this damn video and find a hair person. I wanna cut my hair. I need to cut my hair. All right, guys. Goodbye. Next week, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's what I